Alright, welcome back. Another day. Starting off a bit early today, splitting this day into a couple of bits. So, radius arms, yeah, don't look too bad. I may just squirt another coat onto them, so they look like they've dried quite well. I have enough hammer weight. Also brought the fuel tank in from outside. Need to clean some of the rust off. I'm just going to give that a bit of smooth white as well, just to make it look a bit prettier. I want to try and take the sender out as well, just double check the sender's working. And then we just got all the other back plates and drums and stuff just to clean up as well. So just going to do a little bit of cleaning up and see if we can get some smooth white on things. And leave that to dry for the afternoon and then come back a bit later. Well, I don't think you guys saw too much of that, but the angle grinder got a little bit carried away. As you can see by the rubber glove being wrapped around it. Obviously the rubber glove was on my hand, so slight injury, but I got away with it just. And I must learn now that actually I think we, as someone suggested, get a wire wheel attachment for the grinding wheel that I've got on the bench. Especially to do the little parts. That grinder's fine for big parts that don't move, but when you're trying to do little parts that pick up and catch, yeah, it's not good. So, yeah, lesson learned there, guys. So, we'll get some paint on these bits that I've done and get that drying, and then we're going to go on eBay and have a look for a wire wheel attachment for my grinder. Alright, it's been a few hours since my little, I wouldn't call it accident, I think that's a strong word, but I've informed the wife of my injuries. She was suitably concerned, hoping I was okay, and a few kind words she said to me, so that's good. Ordered up a wire wheel for the grinding wheel, bench grinder. Live and learn, live and learn. So I thought, for the moment, I'm just going to stay away from the cleaning up the components. I'll get back to that in a bit, I'm sure. But I've got myself my brand new wiring loom. That's cool. I was quite sort of, I don't know. A lot of the times I've had with minis has been wiring issues, and if the wife's driving it, I just wanted to think, well, at least if I know I've got a brand new wiring loom, I've got no corrosion, I've got no dodgy terminals, bad earths, hopefully. So hopefully this will just give it years of a good, reliable running, apart from all the other stuff, so at least, so yeah, so let's get it open and see what we've got inside. Okay, so what we've got here is a rear loom that goes over the roof and down the back, and we've got ourselves the main front loom. So I'm not too sure what the ideal way is to put this in, whether it's best to work from the inside out or outside in. But we'll have a look. I think I'm going to go with the inside and then push it through the bulkhead. This is good. Look, all cables. Yes. I'm just looking at this cable, this dash one, and it's 3D printed. You can see how it's been printed. That's pretty amazing. Quite impressed with that. So I don't expect you can get those connectors very easily off the shelf. Yes, that's quite good. Obviously, it's not as neat as the original, but the main thing is if it works. So yeah, I think we go from inside and feed stuff through the bulkhead to the alternator and bits and bobs. Yeah, there's the alternator. Alright, cool. So that'll be the next job. Let's try and feed it through. Okay, not too difficult to get through. Took me a second to figure out why there was two grommets the other side, but that's because one of the grommets goes through the dash. So yeah, there's my connections to my new fuse box, which I bought a new fuse box about 10 years ago and I've never used it, and now I can finally use my new fuse box. So I think that's your brakes. Oh no, maybe not. That's your windscreen wipers. That goes off that way. There's another relay that way. I forgot what the long one is. Oh, this is long one to that indicator. So this now has to come through this hole, if I remember rightly, through this hole and along the top of the bulkhead and then along the front rail here. So we'll put the kids' tea on, then come back out and get this a bit more finished, because if it becomes finished it'll be ready for when the engine comes in a couple of days, and then we can just connect it straight up to the engine. What I'm hoping is that before my dad leaves at the weekend that we've actually got a running engine, because I'd like that. So alright, catch you after tea. Okay, just slowly getting there bit by bit, just working out how far things should come through holes and things, and just working out what side of things clips should go on. So that's got to be, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it, where the loom comes through the bulkhead, connects up to the rear loom, which comes through the bulkhead as well. I suppose if I was being neat, I suppose you could just, I don't know if there's a reason why you couldn't just run it on the other side, keep it all neater. But I'm going for half a period look, so it came on the outside, so it can go across it on the outside as well. So yeah, that's my wiper motor. And we've got the other cable here for the side indicator. So yeah, it's getting near the bulkhead ready. Got some earth tool put up yet. Just double check the clips. Just check the photos. I can't double check which side these go on. I'm pretty sure they come on this side and go onto that panel there, or they go onto the inner wing. Oh, there's an earth point down there. So yeah, that must be for one of the flashes or something. Alright, getting there. Alright, I'll try and say hello to the angle grinder again. See my old glove in there. That's very nice, isn't it? Try and get this glove out. What I was thinking is, if you lot are watching and listening to this bit, is be quite funny. Well, maybe funny, but at the end of the video, once you finish, comment at the bottom about all your accidents or what you've done in the garage and hurt yourself. Let us know how stupid you were, like me. Hopefully I'm not the only one. Hopefully there'll be somebody else that's stupid. And then yeah, like any comments that you see other people have posted, and let's see who's the stupidest. Obviously I'm pretty high up there anyway, but let's see if there's anyone just as stupid as me. So yeah, leave your stupid accident, garage accident, at the bottom, or just a story you've heard, and we go from there. Alright, I'm just going to clean some drums up now. These should start flying around. I should be able to just hold the grinder with both hands, so I'm going to do that. Alright, just before I finish for the night, uninjured, just going to try and clean this tank up a little bit and get some smooth white on it as well, just to make it good. Obviously the sort of the tank, be nice to get the tank in for the weekend just so we can run the car, but obviously the tank would have to sort of come back out later just a bit anyway, just to get to the rear light cluster when you bolt that in. Yeah, we're just going to run over this. We'll try and take the sender out as well, the fuel sender, check the status of that, see if it's actually moving or not, because sometimes they seize up quite easy. And yeah, let's just see if we can get a bit of paint on it. Alright, I don't know if you can see, it's held on by like a little clip thing. You just knock it round with a screwdriver. It's not very tight. As you can see here, fairly rusted. It's moving though, but making a crunchy noise. They're fairly easy to replace once you've got an empty tank anyway later. Also a rubber O-ring there, which I'm not too sure where that comes from, because it looks quite small to be actually down there. So I think actually it's mostly something to do with the fuel filler neck where I smashed it off the other day. And somehow it's managed to get caught over the end of this. Don't know how that's managed to happen. But anyway, so we'll take that out. We can always put the ammeter on it, or the ohmmeter, and check if it's working or not. And if it's actually giving a resistance, fine. Keep it and use it. So let's give it a quick while wheel over, then we can get some hammerite on it. Just going to get a bit of paint on these for the end of the night. Thinking about it, I might even just look online and see how much drums are. They don't seem to have much of a ridge, so I think a bit of emery cloth and paper will clean them up. Alright, anyway, but we'll see if they're not much, we'll just get a new pair, but I'll get a bit of paint on them for now anyway. Get a bit of paint, and yeah. Alright, I'll call it for the night before I do any more damage to myself today. So yeah, I'll put a bit more paint on that later, that's for sure, once I can get to it. So yeah, leave your comments, tell us what stupid things you've done in the garage or how you've hurt yourself, make me feel a bit better, and hopefully speak to you tomorrow.